Happy Saturday. I hope that you're all enjoying the lovely sunshine that we have. As I look out my window, I can just see blue sky. I'm so excited, I cannot contain my excitement. I got this tree last year out of birthday money that our John gave me, my eldest brother. He said, I want you to buy a nice fruit tree for your garden. So I bought a cherry blossom, had no idea what I was buying, just looked at the pictures online and was like, that looks nice. And I'm gonna see if I can find a clip and rewind back to April last year so that you could see my sheer disappointment at what I'd received in the post. I was like, is this normal? Well, it was fast asleep. It was a dormant tree when I bought it. And this is its first spring waking up. I was just convinced that it had died, and you know, it wasn't a lovely blossoming cherry tree that I'd seen online. Anyway, it's got buds all over it and they are the deepest pink ever, and this has started my healthy obsession with cherry blossoms. Look at all of the little buds. This makes me so excited for when they open, because they are the brightest pink. But if I can just reach that one, oh, that's got the biggest flowers. Oh, I cannot wait for them to open. And then these are my new cherry blossom trees I fall leaf for Mother's Day. To think I was going to throw this bleeding heart away. Look how big and lovely it is. And this one, I thought that was well and truly dead, but even that one's coming back. I'm pretty sure I need to move this plant into a sunny spot because they do worship the sun, and this is a little bit shaded. But I can see tiny little buds on there. Only, oh, I can see bigger buds on that one. Come on then. Where do you want them today? Do you want them there? Should I put them there for you? Should I put them there? Come on then, put you over. There you go. I didn't know you wanted them there today. No? Okay. It's a little bit windy this morning. I'm hoping that the sound isn't affected too much while I'm filming, but I thought I'll come into the garden and fill you in on what's been going on, because it's been a few weeks, and as you are all aware, I've become incredibly passionate about gardening. Even though I don't know the next thing about it, I've become very passionate about gardening. I've my Peg said a little bit too much. If it's not robins, it's gardening and plants and flowers. I'm really enjoying it, aren't we? Oh, you might be. She said, it's your hobby, not mine. Get me a treat. Well, I've been really enjoying trying to create the perfect container garden. Sorry for the noises. The perfect container garden for me. And it all kind of went a little bit pear-shaped when I discovered I've called them Evil Knievels. Weevil, Evil Knievels. I have Vine Weevil in a couple of my pots, and I'm presuming if I've got it in a couple of pots, then I've got it in the majority. And I have a lot of container plants, which I'm devastated about. I've got Rhonda in hospital. She's my 1.5-year-old rhododendron that Louise got me. I've got Phyllis, who's my Philadelphus. She's also in the Weevil Knievel hospital, and no doubt the little evil critters are in every single pot that I own, and I'm like, I have to do something. So I've been doing my research over the past few days, and yes, I've been losing sleep about this because I love my garden so much, and unfortunately I don't have a lot of ground to plant plants in. So, you know, creating this container garden has not only been something that I've thoroughly enjoyed, it has been incredibly expensive, and I'm not prepared to let the evil weevils clear out all of my plants. So I'm taking drastic action. And we're not happy about any of it, are we, Peg? No, no we're not, Mum. Don't pick that up. Bad for you. How about you, Noah? You going to get your hair cut today? Hey? Noah? Noah? Are you deaf? Noah? Noah? Can you hear me? Are you losing your hearing in your old age? Oh yeah. You can drop that. No, you can drop that. Don't run because you know you can't do it. Drop that. Drop it. Excuse me, you're not going in with it. No, you know you're not allowed to do that. No grazing. You're not a sheep, are you? You know what this is? This is typical Peg trying to bribe a T-R-E-A-T. Isn't it? You're going to drop it. You're going to drop it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're so stubborn. Excuse me. No matter how old you get, you're still just as crafty. Do you want a biscuit? Oh, you little horror bag. Do you want a biscuit? Do you want a biscuit? Yeah, well, go on then. Go on then. And just like that, it's Saturday again, and my vlogs are very disjointed. I do apologise. I've just been consumed over the past few weeks with getting the garden organised, creating some changes. The previous clips that you've just watched was probably me feeling quite deflated with the fact that I had Vine Weevil in some of my plants. A couple of the older plants from last season. But they've all been treated with nematodes and they all seem to be doing well, fingers crossed. I'm just brand new to learning about gardening. I don't know the next thing, but what I do know is it's a very obsessive, you become very obsessed with plants and flowers. I went to B&M last night to pick dog biscuits up because I thought it saves me going Saturday morning. So I'll just go tonight, just go and get it done. So I'm in B&M at about 5:30, 5:45, accidentally fell into the garden area and I ended up with about 10 new plants. And I was like, where am I putting them? Where exactly am I putting them? So I was like, I know, it's okay. I'll go to the garden centre tomorrow and I'll buy some new pots to put them in. And who knows, I'll probably come out of the garden centre with more plants. Anyway, how are you all? I hope things are all okay, and I'm sorry that there's been a few vlogs missed on my YouTube. I've just been chaotic and probably been paying too much attention to the garden, too much attention to the robin, but I've got so much to show you in the garden and it's come a long way. We've done a little bit of chopping and changing and moving things around, and I love it. I love seeing all of the colour in the garden. Even my hawthorn tree, it's got little pink flowers all over it. I'm like, how amazing. I just look like a little pea sticking over the steering wheel. I've just got to the garden centre. Well, it's not a garden centre, it's a nurseries. And it's not the nicest nurseries. It's not like all fancy and nice, like there's a very strong smell of cat urine. And it's just not, like, it doesn't have the fancy displays that, you know, expensive garden centres have. But I'm going to go in and try to stop myself from buying everything. They're wisteria. They are. How much are they? $49.99. They're gorgeous. I don't think I'm going to find anything here. I'd love a white bleeding horse, but I've only seen them in pink and red, and they look all to be pink. Yeah, they're definitely all pink. It was a very successful shop. Asa fell into my trolley. I got all my compost, my pots. What time is it? Oh my god, it's nearly 1 o'clock. I could stay in the garden centre for hours. I am sweating, but I was still like, I can't leave yet. I haven't seen every single plant, but I got everything that I needed, so I can now go home, plant my plants into lovely pots, and toss up my new Asa, which you probably can't even see there. It's tucked in safely. How amazing do they look? So the paniculata are yet to come into flower. So they're not as quick as the hydrangeas, but I've got them to look forward to. I've got my rhododendrons potted up in those little pots. Don't they look nice? And then I've got similar pots. I think I've got about 7 of these, maybe 6 or 7, because they're nice too. And I've put the aquagelia, is it called, in this pot. My new little hydrangea back there, and another new hydrangea. I've purchased these to be able to propagate them myself and grow my own, which I'm very excited about. I purchased those thinking they can go in this pot next to the, oh, what's this called again? Dianthus? No, Duetta, I think it's called. So I'm going to plant those now in that soil because that's new compost there, and then I'll just put a little bit on top. This, I'll show you where this is going to go. Oh, it's the robin. Good afternoon. Are you wanting some dinner? Okay, I'll go get you some. He said, yeah, woman, stop fussing with your plants and feed me. Do you? Oh. Here we go. Leave that. Your 3-course menu is served, sir. You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. Oh, I love you so much, your little cute face. Let me know if you'd like a dessert now. Yeah? You let me know. If my neighbours could hear me, they're going to think I'm not feeling well. I love them. Anyway, this is looking a little bit like a jungle, but the, what's this called? It's called a Photinia red robin, maybe? Yeah, a Photinia red robin. And I'm going to show you the gap that I'm going to put this, because it's about, well, I'm in 2 minds. Here's my dilemma. I would like to close this gap here, behind the Mahonia, so I could put the robin, the red robin here, and it'll grow up all nice and close that gap. I could also put it here to close this gap, because it's quite far back. The only problem is the wrens have decided this year to nest in this ivy in the wall. So I've got the wrens nesting here, and I mean, I put the box up, let me show you. I put up a 4-star wren hotel with new lighting. It's a south-facing aspect, so they get the sun, but they're shaded with the Mahonia and the Pyrus, whatever you call that, so they do get shade. But I'm like, why didn't you choose to nest here instead of in the ivy in the wall? I mean, does it need a little lick of paint? Possibly. But the robins are nesting up there, and look at all the pink flowers on the hawthorn. How lovely does that look? It's so nice, isn't it? And then my collapsed lace cap hydrangea, I've got to wait until autumn before I can move this, but I'm going to propagate at least 60 cuttings off this before I move it, just in case it doesn't make it. It's a very old hydrangea. It's been in the garden for over 30 years, as you can see. I mean, it's at least, I'm going to say, from its roots back here to here, I'd say it's about 7 foot. Maybe. Well, if I was to lie down, it would be much longer than me. So I'm going to say it's about 7 foot long. And I'm only just learning about gardening, but this is going to be a little project that I'm going to do. I'm going to try and break it up into multiple plants, because half of it has been buried under the ground. So I'm hoping that I can get a few new plants off it, split it into maybe 3 plants, cut it right back. But before I do that, I'm going to get all of the cuttings off it, and I have already started. It was a little bit too early for taking cuttings, so I just took 2. They've been in there for almost a week. Well, I'm going to say 6 days today. And one of the things you learn about gardening is you have to be patient. But let's just have a little look and see if we've got anything going on. Oh, I can't see anything, I've just got them in perlite. Is that a root or is that a bit of fluff? Oh, let me get something that I can rinse them in. Is she wishful thinking? Right. Let's see. I can't say for sure, but I feel like it's doing something. Let's just put it back in and hope for the best. Oh, check this one. Maybe not yet. A week is too soon. They need a little bit longer before we start getting any roots on them. How amazing is that? It's a clematis. It was £6.50 from B&M. Has it got a tag? Well, it hasn't got a tag, but it's a very pretty clematis. And as far as I know, if they've got two colours in like this, they have to be in the shade. They can't be in the sun. Whether I'm right on that, I don't know, but I think I'm going to plant this up. Do my research first. Do clematis like ericaceous compost or just regular Johnson's compost? Let's find out. I'm so out of sync with vlogging, but these are the 4 plants that I've got left and I've run out of ericaceous compost. So I've got 2 hydrangeas and 2 azaleas left to plant. I've given a little tidy up, and this hose pipe from Temu is amazing, but it's massive when you just want to water the garden. But in my last vlog I shared the green hose pipe from Home Bargains. Don't waste your money on it. I think it was £7.99 and I got 1 use out of it. Like, it is the worst hose pipe. I'm gonna order a shorter one from Temu the next time I'm placing an order, because that is amazing. It's just very long. But look at the garden. I've tidied all of this area. I've run out of ericaceous compost, so this does need a little bit more in it. But for now, it's okay. I need to get a little trellis for up here so that this can climb up nicely. I decided to plant the 2 dahlias in this pot that I made. You'll have seen this in my last vlog. And I'm going to get something for the middle. Possibly a little climber similar to this one, but smaller, so we can just climb up. But I love that. I think that looks lovely. I've got all my usual plants here. Look at Nola. She's in full flower and looking amazing. I've just potted. What have I just potted? Oh, we are. Here's what I've just potted. My new Acer, which I've put here. The 2 rhododendrons from B&M. The 2 paniculars, the rhododendron, and the aguigelia, is that called? Hydrangea, and another hydrangea. These 2 plants are still a little bit poorly. This is my rhododendron Rhonda, and this is agapanthus, I think. Or is it agapanthus? Oh, I'm not sure now. I think it's agapanthus, but it just doesn't seem to be doing anything. And I planted all of my peony tubers in this border about, I want to say 3 weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure I could see little bits of life coming through. Where was it? There. I can see one there. And then maybe a little bit there. That's it for now though, but who knows? In a couple of years I might have a lovely big full row, because I think I had 8 and I've planted them right along the front here. So fingers crossed they do well. I've got my little hydrangea petiolaris and they're coming on amazing. I've got my ceanothus in this corner, which is like a lilac tree, but it's not huge. I think it will grow to the maximum of what this fence is when it's fully grown, which will probably be about 10 years. And then they don't last much longer thereafter. But I just love this. And you know what? The amazing thing is, you can plant something, and if you don't like it, just move it. It doesn't have to stay there. You can put something in the ground and then change your mind next season if somewhere's a little bit overcrowded. You know, it doesn't have to stay there forever. But when I just look at the garden now, I'm like, it's my garden. It finally, after what, almost 2 years, feels like my garden. Difference a week can make on your plants is unreal. I've just got colour everywhere and I absolutely love it. This vlog has been filmed over, it's probably about 3.5 weeks, weekends. And I just had quite a stressful time when I discovered that I had Vine Weevil in a few of my pots, and I was quite worried. I used nemetodes to hopefully get rid of the Vine Weevil out of the pots. Up to now it's worked. Everything, there's a wasp, and I'm trying to just no it's gone. I'm trying to just be brave and be like, stay still, it's fine. Ooh. I'm getting better, but where was I even up to? I don't know. Everything in the garden is blooming perfectly. Like, my hydrangeas are all coming in now, and I'm just learning about gardening. I've created a little diary that I can keep and look back at next year to know what flowers come into bloom when. And I've just loved spending time out here. It's not something I ever thought I would say when it comes to gardening, but I'm thoroughly enjoying just making everywhere look bright with colour and making the most of the space that I've got, because it's only a small garden, it's not a big garden. But I love it, and it's going to take time for it to look perfect. Some of the clips that you watch from over the past few weeks where I've shown you like flowers when they're coming into bloom and what I've done with certain spaces, you'll notice pots go from one corner to another corner. It's because I'm trying to work out where plant enjoys sunshine, what plant enjoys the shade, so that I can get the best out of them. I mean, I know with hydrangeas they're quite good, they like a little bit of sunshine but not too much, but as for everything else, I have no idea. I'm just learning as I'm going along. Like, I know my bleeding hearts love a little tiny bit of sun in the morning and then shade for the rest of the day, and they're all blooming so nice. I'll take you around now and let you have a little look, because it's been another week. It's been another week, but I'm getting used to it and I'm learning, you know, what plant likes to be where. And the great thing is with gardening, and I'm pretty sure I'll have touched on it at some point in this video, if you don't like where it is, you can just move it. If somewhere looks a little bit too overcrowded as time goes on, you can just move it and hopefully create a lovely little space that you enjoy sitting in, you feel relaxed in, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? You just want a space that you can sit and enjoy a cup of tea or a glass of wine. If you want to have a glass of wine in the night and relax in your garden all cosy, then you create the perfect space for you. But I'm a little bit in love with my garden and becoming more and more relaxed out here all the time. I mean, I can hear something humming behind me and I really wanted butterflies and bumblebees. I'm petrified of them, but at least they've got everything they need. You know, they're not even remotely interested in me, they're just bothered about the flowers, but I'm still petrified. But before we end this vlog, I'm going to take you around, show you some of my new little plants, which you would have seen last week, because I planted a couple on camera, but a couple I didn't. And I think my favourite is this one. This is called, I'm going to put the names on the screens because I'm probably going to butcher the name, but it's called Hexacorda Macrantha the Bride. So I've got it in this nice big pot and she smells amazing. The flowers are really pretty and I absolutely love that plant. I've got my Hydrangea paniculata vanillifrage. They're just getting lots of leaves on them. And then this one is also Hexacorda Macrantha the Bride, but it's a more compact version than this one, which is much bigger. This one only stays small, so I thought I'll get one of them and give it a little try. Then you would have seen me potting this one last week, which is my new Acer, and I've got a little fascination with these Japanese maples. Love them. And I'm now on the lookout for a Jordan, and I'm going to create a lovely little Acer potted corner with all the different colours, which I think will look really nice. This is my clematis, and oh, you don't look too good there. Are you being strangled by this one? Maybe you are. You shouldn't be there. I don't know what's going on here, but this one's got too long and now it's trying to lean over to this one. But I've got my clematis in here. In fact, I think that one might be jasmine. Might it? I don't know. These were tiny when I bought them from Morrison's. This one is a lot slower growing than these two. These have like really caught on now. This is just the most gorgeous hydrangea ever, and they are big mop heads. I just love that. This has buds all over it. I don't think there's a stem that doesn't have a flower bud ready to come out. They're on every single one. And this is a blue lace cap hydrangea, and I cannot wait to see that in full bloom. It's going to look so nice. And I've got another Acer. I've got a little obsession with these. I just love it. This is my Magnolia stellata. I've got it in this pot and I'm thinking I'm going to take it out of this pot and get a different pot for it, because I feel like the pot's too small for the size of the plant. So I will end up taking that out and putting it somewhere else. And then I've got my little lilac bush, which has probably got a little bit too hot in the hot weather. It's lost a few of its flowers because it has been roasting hot. But that is the nicest smelling flower I have ever smelled. It's so strong, I can even smell it when I'm just stood here now. It smells lovely. And then this needs to go in the green bin once it's been emptied. The show these bleeding hearts put on this year have just been outstanding. Considering I was going to throw them away, I am amazed. It was so gorgeous about 2 weeks ago. If I've got a picture, I'll include it now for you to have a little look, because it looked amazing. This is my Wims Red paniculata. It's about to start creating lots of lovely little buds and flowers. And I cannot wait to see this when it's got all of the lovely big white cone-shaped heads on it. Can't wait. And I've got 2 more little aces down here, which were in little small pots. I've just potted them up into these nursery pots for now, just until they get a little bit bigger, because they are only tiny. I need to get a pot for this azalea, because that still hasn't been potted up. And I got 2 of these. These are what I've just been showing you, the Exocordia macrantha niagara. It's a pearl bush. Oh, the wasp's not happy with me. It's like, no, move. They grow pretty big, but not as big as the bride. They're like, in fact, what does it say? It says a pearl bush. It's a new variety, more compact than the Exocordia the bride, producing masses of pure white flowers in April and May. The height is 1.5 m and the spread is 1.5 m, and it prefers a sunny site and will grow in most soil types. Got this hydrangea about to come into bloom, this hydrangea about to come into bloom, and then I got this bleeding heart in red, and that, it was so small when I bought it a few weeks ago, and look at it, it's gone massive and just looks amazing. I mean, it's just coming to the end of its flower now, but that's been amazing, so nice. And this one too, that I also thought was dead, looks like the wind's got that a little bit, but it's coming to the end of its flowering now. But again, put on an amazing show. Oh wow, look at that. Wow, that has gone so big. That's the Ceanothus, oh, I can't remember what name it is, but it's the low grown one, and it smells absolutely divine. And then my little dahlias have opened. Oh my god, oh, we've got little heads on these hydrangeas too, ready to come into bloom. How nice. It's all exciting. Are you waiting for your dinner? Oh yeah. I love how he gets me attention. You're a funny boy, aren't you? Hey, you coming down for some then? Come on, I'll put it here for you. There you go. You're welcome. You're so welcome. So welcome. You're taking them back to the nest now, won't you? Hey? Good boy. He's nesting up in the tree in the hawthorn behind them, in front of the Mahonia. He's nesting up there, but they'll keep him going. I think having a little journal to keep all the details of every plant and when it's coming into bloom is a great idea, especially if you're brand new to gardening and you've got no idea. Like, I was so worried about the fuchsia plants, thinking they died. I do think that they came in a lot slower than last year, and I feel like the Vine Weevils have probably got them a little bit because they're just not flourishing as much as they did last year. So I've wrote all of the details in my little diary, and I've got it to look back on next year when I start panicking that flowers aren't coming into bloom. But I'm just so happy with it. I thoroughly enjoy doing a little bit of gardening and learning about gardening and spending lots of time in the garden centre. I cannot resist the urge to just buy a plant. I'm going to start a little group on Facebook called, like, you know, the way we have like support groups. Well, I'm going to have it like, you know, planters, planters support group. I'll think of a great name, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who cannot resist the urge to buy a plant, even though I have no space for plants. I don't have any pots left. And to think it just cost me so much money to treat every single pot. Where did them flies come from? Yeah, well, you can get right out. So much money to treat every single pot with the nematodes, and I'm like, yeah, just buy more plants and put more in pots and Vine Weevil love pots, and I'm just encouraging a lovely little place for them to all come and live. But I can't resist it. I just cannot resist the urge to buy a plant. I'm going to end this vlog here, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. If you did enjoy this video, give it a little thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next video. No doubt, with more plants.